Andrea Humphrey here with Rebel News at the University of Fraser Valley because Dr. Francis Widdowson, a strong free speech proponent, is doing another stop to challenge the indigenization of universities. You're not going to want to miss this report.
Get the f*** off our campus.
But it's just true. Do you think it's good news there's no bodies discovered, or you like the idea of there being kids there when there's sling behind me?
I think it's really
Don't fucking talk to me! Get the fuck off campus!
Is it a university?
Guys, slow down, slow down.
You are not welcome here!
This is
That's how I talk to fucking fascists!
Excuse me, sir.
You far-right reactionary pieces of shit!
You don't know a thing about
Of course you used to teach here! They wouldn't let you teach here! You dumbass fucking Get the f*** off campus here! You are being rude. You're denying a genocide. You piece of shit. How dare you? Get the f*** out of here. Where are the bodies in the f***ing ground, you fascist?
Right.
You, genocide denier.
All right, this is Jim McMurtry. Now, you are one of the candidates for One BC. Why was it important to be here today?
I think universities have gone on too long hiding to such essential truths. And one of them is that Canada is not a genocidal nation.
Well, I still think it's wrong for you to come around here and say all this stuff is fake, and you can't even show me.
No, but this is completely fake. There was no murder. That's the point we're here. There was no mass grave, no missing children, no murder at any residential schools, and people across Canada, in every school and university, walking around with this on their lips, and they don't know. And you know there's no evidence of it.
You told me there was 3 that died. So.
Oh, no, kids that die, but kids that die in all schools. I've had 10 kids of mine die. I was a public school teacher for 40 years, including one guy in a basketball game. People die. That doesn't mean the school's at fault.
I don't know. I mean, speaking on the history that I've seen from Indigenous schools and the way that they act and the way that what they did to those kids inside of those schools.
But you don't see pictures.
I wouldn't be shocked though.
You don't have evidence of it. You just have people saying. You just have hearsay.
Back then. You want me to go in there with a photography?
But if you don't have it, but if you looked, first of all, let's just stand. There's no 215 that were found in Kamloops. If we can achieve that, but I would say to you, if I was your professor, okay. I would say you're a very wonderful kid.
Is that 215?
I mean, you're a great thinker. Great questions.
But the 215 children not being found excuse what was even done at those schools?
No, but
there's people that come out of those schools and sharing stories about the tragedies and the trauma that's created.
Okay, can you understand? You can't say the Christian teachers of the school are responsible for a mass murder.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying
but that's what happens when people say that. You can't say there was a mass grave if there wasn't a mass grave. Not you personally.
Yeah.
But that's what the whole world did. They believed the professor here, Sarah Bodia, who said that. She said, oh, I think they could be children because they're shallow graves. No, it was a septic system. I mean, it was just the most absurd thing, and everybody in the world believes it. But then again, everybody in the world not so long believed the world was flat. So it's not hard to convince people of folly. Yeah. But I'm just asking you guys right now to inquire into it. You know there are no 215. You know Sir Murray Sinclair won an Order of Canada for saying there's as many as 25,000 murdered and missing kids. And then Kimberly Murray did a commission into it. They didn't find anybody.
Right,
so why would you get away? Why should the government and the media getting away to lying to people?
But did the government tell you explicitly that they have evidence that those kids are there, or did they say that there's possibility and there's research being done that might be a possibility?
But they don't have evidence because it didn't happen. Is all what I'm saying.
I understand that, but when they were pushing that media, right, were they saying anything about this is 100% credible? Like we found the kids in the graves, or were they saying there's speculation?
But this is what they said. So I was a teacher who was fired the day it happened because I'm knowledgeable. And you can laugh at it. You can do whatever you want. But I haven't taught since because I insist on the truth. They didn't find anything, and I knew that. And now all of Canada knows, and you guys know that. If there were kids, there'd be pictures. You know, it's not true. And so what's happening right now is there's lots of examples in history, like the Jews burning down the Reichstag. Therefore, Hitler had an excuse to exterminate Jews, and it never happened. And so people lie as a pretext for violence. Get at the truth. That's what people do. I'm getting at the truth. There's no evidence of a single missing or murdered Indigenous child anywhere in Canada in the history of the residential school system. You guys look at me as though I'm some sort of strange creation, and you should be looking at the administration here who perpetuate these absurdities.
100%.
And then they charge you high tuition. They pay themselves an absurd amount of money.
Now, you had discussions with some of the youth here. Some of those discussions were heated, others were calm. How do you think it went?
I think that most of the students at this university, University of Fraser Valley, as we saw at in Victoria and Kamloops and many places, I think they've developed an incredible intolerance for a different view. It's a very worrisome thing. I don't understand why you have educated people coming to a campus saying things that are historically valid, and one person spat at me. So I don't understand, quite apart from the educational purpose of the university, what about its moral purpose? Is this what we're raising as citizens? People who want to be this offensive to people that come onto the campus asking questions. Canada has done all sorts of things to make itself into a nation that has to be down on its knees, that has to give all its land over to a small percentage of the population. I think this is something that's going to affect my children and grandchildren. I'm really worried. I don't think Canada has anything to apologize for. I think we are a great country, always were, and going to be.